Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
ESPN cannot get out of its own damn way. Their response to Caitlin Clark winning Best Player, the WNBA ESPYs getting that award, is again a huge problem for ESPN. It is shocking how bitter, jealous, and hateful these women are who work at ESPN. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of your support. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Shout out to the 19. Now, before we get to that, real quick, I just thought this was a random place to play to show this instead of trying to make a whole video on it. As I said here, in a terrible season marred by injury as well as questionable coaching and teammates, not on the same page. No one has done this faster to start a season than Caitlin Clark. If anyone else did this, they'd be praised. That's how damn good she is, generational. So what am I talking about? As you can see, the only players, here's what I checked out: 200 points, 100 assists. I put fewer than 15 games because I knew that's what Clark had played. So let's give me all the players in the WNBA who hit those numbers in fewer than 15 games played in the season. As you can see, spit back one. Caitlin Clark this year, 214 points, 115 assists, 13 games played. And all we keep hearing about is how poorly she is playing this year. What a bad season she is having this year. But anyway, let's dig into this other stuff as we ever. Caitlin Clark won an ESPY and within seconds was called a villain by an ESPN talking head in one of the dumbest segments you will ever see. And we have about 30 seconds of that here for you right now. This is absolutely wild. By the way, also pay attention to just how they react when they're told that Caitlin Clark won the ESPY for Best Player. And then think about how they would have reacted if it had been someone like, say, Asia Wilson. It would help if the volume was on.
And the winner is Caitlin Clark, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
I'm going to accept this award on behalf of her.
It's a nice accessory for you in the meantime.
Thank you very much. She's obviously not here right now. But Ari, when you think about all that Caitlin has done in the last year, what has stood out to you?
I see just exponential growth of the game, right? She brings eyes to the game so that the next generation can come out and thrive. Just a dynamic player, just exciting to watch. Her villain origin story has started, and she loves to play into it, and the fans eat it right up, and so that we can see the next generation coming in and carrying it along, too. Kiki, you've been so exciting to watch, too. I just love it all.
Beautiful.
Her villain origin story has started because she won Best Player for last year, by the way. You know, when she was fourth in MVP voting and first team all WNBA, and fans voted on this. So we already know what kind of year she had. So anybody in that top, first team all WNBA in there for MVP, of course, was going to be in the running and a legitimate winner for this award. But no, we're going to talk about twice in those 20 seconds, 15 seconds. She mentioned the next generation. And then she specifically talked about Kiki Irefin, who's standing right next to her, and how excited she is, and talks about Caitlin being a villain and her fans buying into it. Now, yes, you've heard me talk about her villain arc, but I have talked about that in terms of just a way that I've said I want to see Caitlin stand up for Caitlin and stop being so nice about everything, right? Like she talks crap on the court. I want to hear it maybe in the press conference once in a while. And even if I don't hear it, I want to know that it's happening behind the scenes where she's standing up for herself. But yeah, ESPN, bunch of bitter, jealous, petty, unqualified women. I won't use three certain letters because it's upsetting and people think that as well, anyway, they're not. These are not women who are qualified to be here. We know they're there for other reasons. And no, I'm not talking about skin color, but they need to push a narrative because that is what we have seen ESPN do over and over and over. Well, to be the only reason I watch ESPN is for Fever games. They outdid themselves. They're upset. A DEI player there. Oh, there are the letters. Didn't win it. Instead, chose the actual best player. Her village origin story. WTF. There is one person that is far removed from being a villain. It is Caitlin Clark. They really want to drag her into the dregs. Yeah, so people were not really happy with this. The ism of black culture has never been on fuller display than what we see in the WNBA players' treatment of Caitlin Clark. LOL, despite the best efforts, people still love her game. Well, those of us that know basketball do. CC should retire and let the league just die. I think Caitlin Clark isn't exactly the villain of the WNBA from what I've been seeing. Villain story. Who they talking about, Willis? Yeah, 100%. As you can see, they are not on board with these ladies at ESPN and what they've said about Caitlin Clark. And that just makes them angrier. They hate that Caitlin Clark is so damn popular and so damn good, as I shared with you just a minute ago, even in a season that everyone is saying, oh, she's so terrible this year and marred by injury. Not, and she is absolutely struggling with the 3-point shot. And yet still the only player in the WNBA to 200 points, 100 assists that quickly in a season. So it's absolutely kind of wild. And then, of course, Ari had to come defend herself and try and justify and spin what she said, like loving to play with fiery fierce. What the hell is fiery fierceness? The same way we acknowledge DT, considering we largely discuss how she's the daughter of her. That is the villain origin story I was talking about, and it's fire. This doesn't make any sense. This is absolute gibberish because she was getting cooked. And if you want to know it's gibberish, here you go. Look, Ari Chambers, talk women's sports on ESPN and Anscape. Well, that explains everything. 69,000 followers. 69,000 followers on X. This post got 85 likes. It got ratioed 90 comments because people are not agreeing with her. I just hit 1,000, by the way, if you want to pat me on the back for that. I hit 1,000 followers on X. The other day, I actually had over 1 million views. I had one, I can't remember what it was, but I had a post that went viral. And it had like, I don't know, 4,000 likes or something like that. 4X. She's got 69,000 followers. This has 85 likes. She has always played with fiery fierceness, right? From college. So how is it now a villain origin story? You are on this app every day. You must have seen the narrative spreading around last night by Angel Reese fans. Literally disgusting from a reporter on live TV. Not a surprise anymore from fake sports news of ESPN. Then your MC there was sarcasm from hell with the trophy. You people are low and disgraceful. People say do better. Yeah, right. That will never happen with you, all spreading negativity. I should probably look at these before I do these videos sometimes because some things surprise me. I'm like, yeah, but probably don't want to read that one. You folks stink at ESPN. The level of stupidity is off the charts. Which team is bringing the most viewers in? Women want money, but don't understand the concept of revenue and profit, I would add. People are watching because they are fans, not haters like you folks. Wow. So yeah, ESPN getting roasted once again, but we've got a new one this time with Ari Chambers. Usually I know we're talking about Shanae or um Andrea, or Elle is a big one as well, but Ari decided she was going to get in on the fun. But anyway, let me know your thoughts about this new narrative shift that we are seeing. This new narrative shift. Now we're gonna hear from ESPN and the like that Caitlin Clark is the actual villain of the WNBA. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Appreciate you checking out this video as always. Thank you so much for your support. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Go have the day you deserve. I will talk to you later.